People. Hi everybody, welcome to the Ulster Cancer Foundation Male Quick Fix program. And today I'm going to talk a wee bit about fantastic bodies, about choices we make, and about how we can improve lifestyle through fitness to make a real impact on you. First thing I have to say is you have an absolutely fantastic body, and I say that without a flicker of doubt. We have hearts that beat 100,000 times each day, pumping 12,000 pints of blood around our bodies. That's through 60,000 miles of blood vessels. Our eyes can detect 10 million colour distinctions, and we have 206 bones in our bodies that can coordinate our movement through a huge range. So to say that you have a fantastic body is not to over or understate it in the least. We are unique and wonderful beings. However, very, very few of us remember how special we are and take any time to be grateful or appreciate what we have at our fingertips in our bodies each day. Our choices have left us along the road to obesity, to cancer, to coronary heart disease, to all of those diseases that we know so well, because they're diseases that are so prevalent within our society, and they're known now as diseases of affluence or lifestyle diseases, because we are choosing to create these bodies that are latent in disease. If you see there, it says 80% of all disease is our own fault, and that is what the reckoning is, that the abuse that we give our bodies from early in our lives right through ends up in the diseases that we are now so easily recognizing within our community. So what are our current choices? The current choices for the normal in society is that 1 in 3 of us will die of coronary heart disease. 1 in 4 of us will develop cancer. 1 in 12 men will develop a prostate cancer at some stage in their life. By the year 2050, 60% of men will be obese. Now that's not just an aesthetic problem. That is a problem that brings together all of those issues of lifestyle, those lifestyle diseases, and it accumulates to the science showing that it can reduce our life expectancy by 9 years. That is a huge impact on life that you do not want to welcome into yours. Unfortunately, our lifestyles have created what we call, or what I fondly call, life in a box. We live in a box, we live in our houses, we drive to work in a box, our cars. We sit and at work, a lot of us sit and watch a box all day long. Then we come home again and we switch on the next box. Occasionally we will grab a cylinder. Well, you know guys, that's the way to the early box. Without putting it too harshly, that is the way we are going. Our bodies are designed to move, to function through movement. If you are not growing, if you are not replacing your body cells each day without growing your immune system, you are slowly and inevitably going downhill. And where does our health start? It starts right at the cellular level, where we build day and daily the cells that create energy, that create the substance of our organs and of our health each day. Each of us has about 65 trillion cells in our body. Those cells are replaced every 3 years, every single cell in your bodies. That's an approximation, obviously, but that's what we have to think about. 65 trillion cells, and we're replacing them every 3 years. And those cells are replaced by the food that we put into our mouths. So choose wisely, because that's how we are growing our body. And if you're feeding yourself nutritional void, calorie high, fat-filled food, you are building an unhealthy body. Every single one of our cells is specialized, whether it's a liver cell, a muscle cell. They all burn energy, glucose, sugar in the presence of oxygen, and create things called free radicals. Free radicals are damaging in our body, and we need rid of them. That's waste that we get rid of through our blood flow and through all of the nutrients as well that we eat in our fruit and veg and all the healthy things that we know of. They get rid of all the damaging waste in our body. And the river of life, which is our bloodstream, is pumped round by the movement, physical activity that we take each day, and that again clears all of those waste. We are meant to move to create the health of our body. So how does our body respond to physical activity? Well, the bottom line is science shows it increases our life expectancy. It increases the capacity of our immune system, where that's getting rid of cancer, mutated cells, or it's just curing the cold. It increases our heart health. Our heart is a muscle. It has to grow and it has to pump our blood each day. And if you work your heart, you're working a muscle and you're growing the capacity of your heart. It reduces our cholesterol. Physical activity actually reduces the cholesterol level in your bloodstream and your blood pressure. It reduces the risk of cancer. It reduces the risk of type 2 diabetes. Type 2 diabetes being, again, so prevalent within our society because it is so much linked to lifestyle. Type 2 diabetes used to be called adult onset diabetes. Unfortunately now we have it occurring in our children, and again it's lifestyle. It reduces physical activity, reduces obesity. It increases our muscle, bone and joint health so that we can maintain healthy active lives late into our lives. It reduces mental health problems. It's as good as 20 minutes on the psychologist's couch, and it helps for a good sound night's sleep. All of these things, this is what research shows. Of course, we're all human, and there is no definitive for humans. It's not like gravity. You don't have rules. Just to say that this is not new science. 3,500 to 4,000 years ago, names that we still know, Plato, Hippocrates, noted the link between physical activity and physical health. Lack of physical activity destroys the good condition of every human being, while movement and methodical physical exercise saves it and preserves it. That's Plato. And his colleague, Hippocrates, the body unused and left idle becomes liable to disease, defective growth and age, and ages quickly. So there's science 3,000 years ago backed up with science today. However, unfortunately, a lot of us go down that road where we don't pay attention, and we go through what we call the default health program, where we actively end up waiting till illness grows in our body, where we then just move our way to the doctor and wait for someone else to intervene. We abdicate from personal responsibility. We move towards dependence on drugs and medical technology, and that is a life of fear and anxiety, a feeling of powerlessness and of pain, both physical and mental. The other option we have, the other pathway, is to stay in control, to be focused, to work to build our health, to be powerful in that we know that we have the ability to actively do something to improve our quality and quantity of life, to feel energized and active, to engage actively in life, and to feel so much more alive. Those are the two routes, folks. The illness and reactive route, where you wait till something happens, or you decide, now I have choices to make and I have the ability to build my life. Be grateful, drink lots of water, eat less, move more, and be aware of healthy nutrition. Thanks for listening.